Hello, guys. Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is that time zone that you're in. We're recording this at night because in today's video we have an important topic, important discussion to overview and go over. And what this topic in discussion is going to be about is what does it really take to become successful? What does it really take to become that individual that you want to be and become that person that you want to be overall in every single aspect of life? Now, as I always talk about on my channel, there's always something that you can improve on. There's always something that you can be working on, and there's always another opportunity out there. There's always going to be someone doing more than you in life in a better way, performing better, making more money, looking better, dressing nicer, more expensive cars, more expensive houses. There's always a bigger fish, and you have to realize that. But the first step to realizing all of these different things, and actually the first step to becoming who it is that you want to be and becoming successful, is being able to look yourself in the mirror and saying, I need to work on this aspect of my life because it's severely underperforming. I need to work on this aspect of my life because it's not working out the way I want it to work out. And you don't do this by going and looking yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, we're going to start to try to get better. It's either that you have to get better or you don't, because if you're not willing to take full accountability and if you don't have enough shame for the situation that you're in, you're never going to make it change. I've spoke with a few people over the past few days, and it's crazy to me to see the type of lives that some people live and the things that people are okay with accepting. You have to be unapologetic. You have to have certain standards and certain things where you're just not willing to let that slide for yourself and for people even around you. You have to be able to tell yourself, this is what I need out of life, and if this isn't going to happen, then I need to make a change. If what I'm doing now isn't going to get me to where it is that I want to be, then I need to make a change. It's that simple. You guys have to understand that 99% of people aren't ever going to become extremely successful or reach the level of success that you want to reach or have the vision of. And most people who even have the vision of success, of tens of millions of dollars, all these cars, crazy houses, lifestyle, etc., they're not all going to reach that. Everyone watching this video isn't guaranteed success. A lot of people think they're guaranteed success, or because they have the mindset of, I want this lifestyle, that they're going to eventually get it one day. Although that's a good mindset and good idea to have, if you don't have an actionable plan and you don't feel enough shame in yourself in your current reality, and you don't have a sense of urgency to get it as soon as humanly possible, and you're not working toward it every day, then don't expect to get it, because there are people who are currently giving it their all, 18-hour work days, 24/7 on the clock, actually putting work into their business, actually putting work into themselves, growing themselves mentally, spiritually, physically, all these different aspects. It's not just business. And you have to realize, most of the time, and this is just a common thing, is you're surrounding yourself with people who are not performing at a high level. So when you're performing at even a subpar or average level, you start to think, oh, I'm this big person, I make all this money, I do all these things. And I'm speaking from experience, because the people that I used to surround myself with, I was easily doing 10x, 20x what they're doing. So everyone was like, oh yeah, like this guy's making all this money, blah, blah, blah. And what I had to do is get around different people, get in different environments, get in different locations, and see, okay, this guy has a $5 million car. Do I have a $5 million car? No. Do I have a $10 million house, $20 million house? No. So I'm not at the level that I thought I was. And you're only going to go up to the level at which you surround yourself with. This is why I always talk about, you have to understand your reality and curate your reality to the point where it makes you level up. If you're with your friends every day, like I'll just say, for example, of me and my friends, we always go eat and stuff. For example, let's say that we're going to a nice restaurant and we're all going, like multiple people. The bill's probably going to be $400 or $500. Now, we don't split the bill, obviously. You guys should know that, common etiquette. So if you can't afford, every night to just spend $500, and you're just sitting there and you're nervous and you're like, well, I don't have that money, you need to make a change. You need to get around people who are going to force you to level up. You need to understand that you can't live this way forever, and you can't live your current life that's getting you your current results if you want to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. Even those numbers aren't big. There's people running multi-billion dollar companies. So you have to get on the wavelength and frequency of what it is that you want in life, out of life, as soon as possible. Because if you're currently making 10K a month right now, and you're just doing the same things over and over and over and over again, then don't expect to start making 20, 30K a month if you're doing the same exact thing every day. Sure, you might need to do the same things, but you probably need to do more of them, or in a better way, or make smarter decisions. Doing the same exact thing isn't going to get you anywhere special, and it's not going to get you to where it is that you want to be, especially if that's the next level. Most of the time, and every single time that you want to push to a higher height, you're going to have to go through growing pains. That's the realistic part of entrepreneurship, is you have to be able to endure as much pain and difficulty as possible. And the person who's able to endure as much pain and difficulty as possible in business, in life, is always going to go the furthest. Those people will always go far, far, far further than the person who just, lives a comfortable life and is just content with what it is that they have, because they don't feel the sense of urgency, they don't feel the fire beneath them, and they don't necessarily need to do anything more in order to get the life that they want. They're already comfortable enough. So you have to really ask yourself, do I just want this, or do I need this? Because if the answer isn't that you need it, I highly doubt that you're going to get it. If you just say, I want it, you're not really going to get it, because you have to tell yourself that you need it. There's no other option in life for you except this path, and your actions have to be in coordination with that fact. You have to be in coordination with telling yourself, I need this. There's no other option for me. And your actions have to back that up, because if they don't, then you're just going to be the same as the person who wants it. Unsuccessful, nothing with their life going on, and you're not going to get to the heights that you want to achieve. You guys have to take life so much more seriously than you think you do. And I had to come to this realization. All of you are going to come to this realization. It might be when you're 25, might be when you're 30, might be, it might have already happened, and that's why you're watching this video. The point being is that everyone at some certain point, something will click in your mind, and you're going to see and tell yourself, what am I doing? Is this really what I want? Is this the path that I want to follow? Is this where I want to go in life? Because if it's not, then you have to make a change ASAP. And most of you guys, and most just people in general, I always say most of you guys, but you're living a life that is simply running away from your true reality. You're doing things that aren't actually, improving yourself, because you're simply clouding them with other things that you can do. Texting girls, doing all this stuff, calling girls, going out, drinking, going to the club, all these different things. And these things distract you from reality, because when that next day comes, it's just a cycle that repeats over and over and over and over again. The only way that you're really going to improve, and the only way that I was able to improve, is complete isolation from everyone and everything, and only being focused on me and growing in my life, in the business, and in every single aspect possible. I'm not here to tell you that I'm perfect, because I'm far from that. I have so many things that I personally need to work on. I'm just telling you that I know what it is that is required to go from 0 to 100, 0 to 200, 0 to 300, so on and so forth. I know how you can make a change in your life, and that's why I'm making this video. It's not by going, half-assing things in life. It's not by going out there and saying, I just want this, I want this car, I want this life, I want it, blah, blah, blah. Everyone wants it. Everyone wants it. You're no different from everyone. There are so many people that are poor with the same mindset as you, of I want a Lambo, I want a McLaren, I want this house, I want this, blah, blah, blah. The differentiator between the two people are the people who actually take action in a serious manner, in a calculated manner, and push toward that goal every single day. If you're not willing to do that, you're not going to get it. Take life as seriously as possible, and take business as seriously as possible. Just because you're self-employed and doing business on your own doesn't mean that you have to mess around. You need to take this seriously, because for all entrepreneurs, for all business owners, you are in the beginning phases the entire business, the sole purpose of the business. I was telling my friend this today. You know, if you spend one day where you're tired, you don't have employees right now. So you're tired, and then the productivity and everything about your business decreases by 100% if you're not working on the business that day. Now, if you have 10 people working for the company, including you, if you decide to take the day off, the capacity is still operating at 90%. You're only 10% of the company if you have things, you know, properly allocated evenly. Now, that just goes to show that in the beginning phases, while you're building up, you need to be in the trenches. You need to be working 12, 14, 16, 18 hours a day, 24/7, doing all the things that you don't want to do but need to do in order to eventually have the life that you want. You guys see all these people online, and I know that you see them because I do as well, living a life that you want to live, having the cars, having the houses, traveling the world, blah, blah, blah. We get it, the watches and everything like that. The only way that you're going to be able to have that is if you go through the phase, which is years and years and years of building yourself up silently, or even with people who are strictly focused on the same mission and same goal that you're focused on, and coming out the other side with all of these different advantages that you have. And this is really going to build your confidence and make you get to the next level. You have to go through that phase, guys. Everything that I say in my videos is simply just to help you guys. I don't sell anything at all. I don't have anything to sell you. I just want to help you guys because I know how hard it is in the beginning phases when you start from the ground zero and you don't know where to go, and you want to work, you want to do things that are going to help you make money and help you become this extraordinary person, but you don't know what to do. The first step is putting the full focus onto you. That is it. You have to be selfish in the beginning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.